The weather's variable, so are you. But I can't do a thing about the weather. Do you have your tickets? Can you foresee?
This is Latte laughing with your Gemini World Forecast for Wednesday, March 4th, 2009, here in the San Bernardino Mountains at 5,000 feet, and particularly in the Skyler neighborhood. Now today for our weather forecast, we're going to do something a little bit oddball, you might say. And what we're going to do is we're going to read some tea leaves. We're going to go back to the ancient tradition of our ancient ancestors and do some tea leaves to determine what the weather is going to be. Well, so I'm going to show you a first. Right here on Latte's High Mountain Weather, we're going to read some tea leaves. So just give me a minute and I'll show you the process of what we're going to do. What we're going to do here is we make sure you drink it down to the last drop. That's good. Piccadilly breakfast tea. I highly recommend it. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pinch off the top of our tea bag, right? You can do it with a tea bag. Some people prefer to use loose tea, but that's not so necessary. And we're going to squeeze the water out of our tea bag. Get us a little bit of water down there in the bottom. That may be a little bit too much. We only want about a tablespoonful of liquid. So I drink it down a little bit. And then we're going to sprinkle our tea bags, our crushed up tea leaves from the tea bag into that. We're going to kind of just swirl it around. You can see in there the tea leaves starting to mash up on the sides. And then what we kind of do is we just, real quick, in quick one motion, just flip this over onto our tea saucer here. And you need a cup that's shaped like this so that the spirits can make the pictures along the side of our teacup. Okay, and let's take a look and see if we can determine what the weather is going to be. As you can see in here, all of our tea has been concentrated down at the bottom, and I would say that that would be indicative of our cloudy weather that we have going on right now. It's congested and you can't really see much down there in the bottom. And if you take a look outside here in Crestline, it's very foggy. We're in the cloud here at 5,000 feet, and we can pretty much continue that to last for the pretty much immediate period. That's what's signifying for down there in the bottom of the cup. You know, that's the right now period. And then closer to the edge here, you can see that there's a clearing band in here. There's a band of clearing that's down there in the bottom, followed by another set of clouds and weather. From what I understand about the forecast and looking at the current translations and computer models, what we've best come up with is that yes, we will experience some periods of gusty winds, maybe even a little bit of shower activity, but nothing real major with this system. That should continue all the way until Saturday. So it looks like we'll be in for some muggy weather at times, real moist, real humid, quite cool, not quite snow type weather below about 6,000 feet. Maybe Big Bear will pick up a couple of additional inches of fresh snow, but that's about all we can expect from this particular system. After that, we're supposed to return to a cool and dry pattern with the jet stream coming out of the northwest. You can expect maybe a couple of nights of freezing temperatures over the next few days, but mostly above freezing days, probably in the 30s and 40s for the next 3 or 4 days here at the normal levels. Now, if you live up in the sky up there at 8,000 feet, you might have some snow and you might get quite a few inches of snow from this system, but for the majority of us, it should not be that bad. In fact, the Weather Service is playing it down as a non-event, if anything. So that's our forecast for today, March 4th, 2009, here on the mountain in Crestline. I do thank you for tuning in to Latte's High Mountain Weather.